Hey everybody, Eric here, Wednesday guy for FTM Transformers. So I made this video a couple days ago and I lost it. So I'm making it again. And I wanted to, I just wanted to make it again, obviously, because I need to post it. And I'm sorry I'm posting it so late. I had to work. So here's this week's topic, passing advice. I'm going to start off by saying that some of these I have learned from experience, and some of these I have learned by doing some research. I'm going to post some links down below that I'm going to talk about throughout the video that will help you a lot. Just a general guide, help for being trans is the Hudson's Guide, and like I said, I'll post that link down below. So first, with passing, the first step that I would take, or that I have taken, is people watching. Just go to the mall, go to school, go somewhere in public and watch people. Watch how different genders interact with the same gender, the opposite gender, young, old. Look at how people hold themselves, how people walk, how they talk. Different things like that. Just people watch, observe. Next, clothing. This is one, and a couple of these will be hard for some of you guys because of financial reasons, or because of parental restrictions, or acceptance in your area. So please take all of these with a grain of salt. So I've got a list over here is why I keep looking. So starting with men's clothing, little things like baggy is not always better, because baggy leaves room for interpretation. So when you wear pants that are too baggy and the line, when your pants come to a point and that line right here where your crotch is, if that's lower, that's going to make you look shorter. Let's see, what else? Baggy shirts. Now, I'm just sitting at home in a t-shirt, so this isn't a good example, but these wings, what I call them right here, it just makes your arms look smaller. Just because you have a bigger shirt on doesn't make you look bigger. You've got to find a way to wear clothes that fit you, and I understand hiding curves, so you have to kind of find a middle ground so that you're not looking frumpy, but you're not looking curvy. It's kind of hard to find sometimes. Also, stripes. Horizontal stripes aren't always the best thing for us because they make us look wider and they form to curves. All stripes do. But vertical stripes tend to be better because they make us look taller, leaner. Also, stripes that go like this, because cisgendered guys have that T shape or that V shape that so many people talk about. They're broader up here. So if you're going to wear shirts with stripes, wear stripes like this, because if they're like this on you, they're going to make this look broader. Also, with certain button-ups that have the lapels or the flaps right here, that's going to draw attention to your shoulders and make them look bigger. What else? And the focusing on these areas will detract from other areas that you might not want to focus on. The next one is kind of obvious. A lot of people talk about it. It's binding and packing. Packing, I don't necessarily like to show my bulge. I have one, but it's not ginormous. That's just my personal preference and the size of my packer stand-to-pee. That one will only make you pass due to building your confidence, in my opinion. Binding, however, definitely does help. Now, I will say, if you're going to bind, do it right, do it healthy, do it safe. Just be smart about it. Don't wear it for too long. Don't get one that's too small. Don't wear it too much. Don't use an ace bandage. I can't bind at work because I work in a kitchen, but I wear 2 sports bras that are just the right size and a compression shirt. It's not as binding, but it does the trick. So the next one is working out. Muscles typically are masculine. I don't work out yet just because I don't have the time. I would love to, so I can't give much advice on working out. But I would do some research on how to work out certain areas, like your shoulders and your arms and your legs and whatever else you want to work out. Haircut. This is one that might be hard for some guys because some of their parents might not want them to get a haircut, or they can't afford it, or whatever. Shorter typically is better. You want to square off your sides and your hairline. So like on me, my hair's a mess right now because it's been in a hat all night. These usually are squared off right here. And I will even come up here and square these off some, and then in the back I'll square it off as well. This is because if you look, when you do your people watching, you will see that cisgendered guys have more squared out hairlines, whereas women's are typically rounder. It's just the way that the hair grows in. So if you can square off some things, it'll make you look a little bit more squared off and make your hair more masculine. When you talk, now this is one of the things that I struggle with, is how to talk like a guy. I'm not dogging on females here, but females typically talk more. They have more inflections, and they move more when they talk. Men typically talk slower. They talk more monotone. Obviously, they have a lower voice, and we can't really do much about that until we start hormones. They use less or fewer inflections in their voice, so they're not like, "Hi, how are you?" They're, "Hey, how are you?" It's just even keel, monotone, but not boring. They also, when you're having a conversation with a cisgender guy, or someone who's trying to come off as more masculine, there's less nodding and uh-huhs when you're having a conversation with them. They'll typically just sit back, cock their head, listen, and then respond. Not a lot, or not as much interaction. The next one is posture. Men typically are more slumped over. They don't have as good a posture. They also are wider in stance, just generally. When they're standing, their legs are spread. When they're sitting, their legs are spread. Their arms are open. They're just wider. When you're standing, don't put your hands on your hips. Put your hands in your pockets or crossed over your arms. Don't sway when you walk. Women walk in a straight line, and their hips sway. If you're wanting to come off as more masculine and you're wanting to pass, you're going to want to kind of wobble almost and move your shoulders and just take bigger steps. The next one, increasing height. This one's a hard one. I'm 6 foot tall, so I haven't really had to worry about this one. But they do sell insoles that will make you taller. They do sell men's shoes that have heels in them that will make you a little bit taller. So those are two things that you can do to increase your height. It's not much you can do there. Shaving, I've seen a lot about this. I don't think it necessarily does anything. I really don't. The only thing that it did for me was to increase my confidence. But it didn't grow back darker. I'm not talking about shaving my face. It didn't grow back darker or thicker or anything like that. It just made me more confident. Now, that leads me to my last but definitely not least topic, which is confidence. This is a hard one for us, especially as it gets warmer outside and we're kind of forced to show more of our body that we're not happy with. Confidence is key. If you are not confident in yourself, nobody else can be confident in you either. So if you have that confidence, you're naturally going to stand a little bit taller and present in the way that you want to present. So if you're confident in yourself, other people will get there too, and it'll be easier for them. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got as far as passing advice. If you see anything that I have missed, or you have any questions, feel free to contact me at any of my social media sites. I will put the links for those down low. And once again, sorry I posted this so late. You all have a happy Thursday now, and I will see you all next week. See ya.